Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I already did my eyebrows. Here I'm applying primer before we do our eyeshadow. This is going to help create that barrier between your color and your skin while also providing lots of pigment from your eyeshadows. Today I'm going to be using the TooFaced Peach Palette. I love this palette. Not only does it smell great, but the color payoff is awesome. The first color I'm going in with is Peaches and Cream. This is just a matte skin color, and I'm just patting it in to provide a nice base and also to get that neutral color up under my eyebrow. The first color I'm going to be applying in my crease is Candied Peaches. This is kind of an orange shimmer, and I'm just patting it into that crease to help provide the beginning of our color. I'm just patting it in all over that crease. There's no need to be nice and neat because we're going to be blending all our colors together. Next, going in with the color Just Peachy. It's a couple of shades darker than the previous and has kind of a pinkish tint. This is just going to help darken up that crease for our peach look today. Going in with the color Caramelized, it's kind of a brown with gold undertones. We're just going to dab that right into the crease, so using the tip of our eyeshadow brush to help create a nice clean line. As you can see, it just goes in really nice and complements the peach tones that we're using today. Using the color Nectar, which is a light shimmery yellow, we're going to help create that transition from our peach crease up towards our eyebrow bone, which is going to stay that nude skin color. And we're just patting it over top of the peach and up towards the eyebrow bone, but not completely to the eyebrow bone. To complete this look, I went in with Colourpop's color Girlie, which is a warm beige with a pearl finish, and I used my finger to dab the color onto the eyelid. With these super shock colors, if you use your finger, it gets a lot better payoff. Here I just went back in with that color Caramelized that we used in our crease, and I'm adding it to the corners to help transition it a little bit into that beige color that we used. And then you can also go back in and darken up your crease if you don't have it dark enough. But just remember to blend it so that you don't have such a bold line. I forgot to show it, but before putting on my foundation, remember to put a primer to have that barrier between your foundation and your skin. But here I'm using the SeneGence Anti-Aging Foundation in the color Ivory and a wet beauty blender from Real Techniques. And I'm just dabbing the color on, and then I like to go on the corner of my eyes and draw a line up towards my hairline to help clean up any mess I've made with my eyeshadows. It's just what I found to be the best thing. You can also do this later when you go in with your concealer, but I just like to start the line and then clean up the line with my concealer. Here I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I really like this. It's only $1.78 and it's been said to be a dupe to the Shape Tape. You do want to start on one side because I've noticed that it dries really quickly. So if you don't work too quick, then you could end up with dry concealer and then you would need to wet your beauty blender and just work a lot harder to blend it out. But you're just going to blend, dabbing it. You don't want to rub it. So you just dab your concealer in, blending it out towards the hairline, down into the cheek and along the sides of your nose. Recently, I've started using the AirSpun Translucent Extra Coverage Powder. I really like it. It is really extra coverage, so you only need a little bit. I guess the only thing I don't like is it really has that powder smell. Unlike the e.l.f. HD powder I have, there's no scent to it at all. But it's not bad if you're looking for an extra coverage powder for a decent price. I would definitely recommend getting this. If you can't find it in stores, Amazon does have it. So here we're using the IBY Powdered Highlight and Contour Kit. I went in with the color Contour 2 and I'm just going to dab it into my cheeks, along my hairline, under my jaw, a little bit under my bottom lip, and along the side of my nose. Everywhere that you have a natural shadow. And then you just go in and buff that color in so that you don't have such a bold line. But I always like to dab it on first so I can kind of see where it's going, and then I'll go in and buff it in or use a powder brush and kind of brush the lines out. Since we were doing a peach look, I wanted to go in with a peach blush. So I'm using Brush with Destiny from Wet n Wild's Fergie collection. And then the e.l.f. Small Stipling Brush. And I'm just stipling that blush into my cheek. Sorry, that's just been giving me a hard time lately. But here we are. We're back to dabbing that color into our cheeks. And just building up the peach to kind of match the color we have on our eyes. And I'm just brushing off that powder that I set earlier under the contour line of our cheeks. That just helps create a more bold line. I like a nice bold cheek. Yay, it's time for my favorite part, highlighter. Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits, as you've heard plenty of times from me, are my favorite. So here I'm going in with the color Forever Lit, which is a white with kind of a pearl undertone. And I'm just going to dab it on my cheeks, and then on the tip of my nose, above my lip, and then of course under the eyebrow bone. If the color looks too bold, I just go in with a fluffy brush and kind of buff it in, but I still want to have a little bit under those eyebrows because that's going to help create that lifted appearance. So when you do the color on your bottom lashes, you just take the color in the same order that you did on your eyelids. So starting with your lightest color and then working your way to your darkest color on the end, or vice versa. And you don't want to bring that peach color all the way to the corner because you're going to dab some white or highlighter into that corner just to give that extra pop and kind of whiten the eye up. So for my favorite eyeliner, as you've heard plenty of times from drugstore, is the Wet n Wild Mega Eyeliner. I have another video that shows you how I do my eyeliner, but I go on the tops of both eyes first, get that even, and then I draw my wings and connect them. So I'm about to finish up the look and I forgot to show, but I went in with my mascara. I didn't wear any fake lashes this day. And then my setting spray, and then here I'm using the color Salmon from Lip Sense to go with our peach look. So it is a coral color with a red undertone for a lip. I really hope you enjoyed this look. It was really simple to do. If you recreate it, please tag me so I can see. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram.